Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is a little bit intimidating. So my art talk is I've spent my 12-year practice since being at ESA is avoiding positions like this. But here I am. I'd like to welcome everybody to our 17th art talk. Over the course of the night, 15 young artists will share personal stories about their art and their experiences with everyone in this room. This is the 17th time we've gathered for an art talk, and the idea of the art talk and the energies to sustain it come from my colleague, Matthew Berry. And while the focus tonight remains on our students and their stories, I feel that it's important to acknowledge that Mr. Berry, the founder of this event and the driving force behind so many others at ESA, is about to say farewell. So, I'd like to share with you a story of how I met Matt, and which I feel illustrates a little bit about why we are all here today. Before coming to ESA, I worked at a small alternative school in the city. And in the fall of 2008, the TSC held a huge visual arts professional development day with dozens of workshops and artists and educators, taught by artists and educators. And honestly, I would have normally avoided this like the plague. But my partner had a huge role in organizing it and convinced me to go. But she also said that I should sign up for a specific workshop by the new curriculum leader of visual arts at ESA. So thank you for that, Lisa. There were about 30 teachers packed into this workshop as the younger Matthew Berry presented a slideshow of student art created from his heritage project. People in the room didn't even know what to say. I still remember some of the work. There were these wild installations with melted red solo cups and a beautiful photo series of taxidermied exotic birds. And there was so much more. And the work was shockingly engaging and all gallery ready. It was visually stunning to look at, but the concepts behind the art are what took my breath away. All of the art was personalized, honest, and meaningful. These grade 10 students weren't making work based on material or technique. They were making contemporary art based on their own lived experience. Their work held stories of life, suffering, humor. It was so layered, and the students were there too. And they were proud, and they were eloquent, and they were calm. The thing that impressed me was that they were invested with their ideas and their research. And they all knew exactly why they were making the work that they were making. Sound like anybody here? I think almost everybody that graduated or attends our program. And that might sound actually like really common for the people who go to ESA. But back then, I wouldn't have even conceived that high school students could make contemporary art. And if I'm being really honest, they don't. They just do it here. So, as an art educator, it was the most exciting thing I had ever seen. So I didn't say anything to him that day, but I went home that night and I told Lisa that I need to work in the visual arts department at ESA. About a year later, a position to teach photography at ESA opened up and I pulled out my suit and I applied. Now, 12 years later, I still wake up most mornings feeling grateful. Grateful to work with such open students and thankful to Matthew for building this program and allowing me to be part of it. Now, you might gather that working here can be all-consuming and it's often a little bit unpredictable. Over the years, Matt and I would find ourselves in many unexpected circumstances. Not all of them were easy. Most of them were pretty memorable, and some were close to perfect. I'm going to share with you a couple of those memories. We would take these annual long, talkative drives to Buffalo to attend student openings at the Albright Knox Gallery. And one year, we were double booked. And right in the middle of sort of schmoozing at Buffalo, we both decided that we really wanted to hustle back to ESA to make it for the first fashion show. So we just jumped in the car. The trip back was a blast. And we made it just in time for the show. Fast and furious indeed. Family dinners with students, volunteers, and parents during the evenings of Portfolio Day and Souls were sublime. And one of my favorite memories occurred about an hour after opening the doors to the public at PD9. Matthew and I caught sight of each other from across a packed ESA foyer with panic in our eyes. And if I'm being honest, probably just a little bit of glee, as we both realized that our school was at least 1,000 people over capacity. They were like sardines on the entire first floor of ESA. You probably know how many people were there.
It was over 4,000.
4,000. Anyways, it was very exciting and lots of fun. So thinking back to that first time that I met Matt and the initial excitement and wonder that I felt at his workshop, I can honestly say that I felt the exact same thing countless times working with him since. And the best part of this feeling is that it's been experienced by hundreds of our students. And through their art, thousands of family members, gallerists, artists, university staff, teachers, and art goers got to experience this. All because of program and opportunities created by Matthew. At ESA, he has built something that has touched so many of us. And here this evening, we get to experience one more of the fabulous opportunities that he has crafted. So, before we meet the students of Art Talk 17, let's take a moment and join me in putting your hands together and thanking Mr. Berry.